Your looks may get you in the door, but your skills and your brain will keep you in the room. Oh my god. Hey guys, hey Tio Stars, welcome to my channel. My name is Tiange. In today's Tio Talks, I want to talk about pretty privilege, pros and cons. And in today's video, I just really want to cover pretty privilege as a whole and my personal experience, and hopefully give you tips and tricks that you can use in your own personal life. So with that being said, let's hop right into the video. So I'm pretty sure everyone knows what pretty privilege is. Typically give like a definition by Google. Let's just do that. Pretty privilege is unearned, damn, that's kind of harsh. Unearned benefits awarded to those whose physical appearance resembles societal standards of physical attractiveness, point blank, period. So with this definition, you can assume that pretty privilege is going to mean a different thing depending on the society that you live in. I'm currently in the United States of America, and so that's the perspective that I'm going to be giving you guys. So with that being said, let's actually get started. So what are the benefits of pretty privilege? Now, these are just some things that I've been noticing as, I will say, my attractiveness has gone up over the years compared to like how people treated me before. This is what this is based on. So with pretty privilege, I've noticed that obviously you get more attention from like both genders, men and women. But I will say, just because, especially with guys, with men, just because you're getting a flood of attention doesn't mean it's quality. So with that, I will urge all my young women, girls that are like teenagers, early 20s, mid 20s, to be very careful and not to mistake attention for like a quality individual, especially on social media. I've seen a lot of women and girls just be like, oh, you know, whoever they're dating is disposable because have you seen my DMs? While that may be true, those people in your DMs are just attracted to you physically, so you have to be able to gauge, would this person even care about my emotional well-being and my mental state, or are they just literally being lustful? So I think a lot of times for young women, attention can be like a little bit confusing if you don't know the difference between like, you know, lust and like love and like a genuine interest in you as a person. Now this one is interesting. Oh my gosh. Social opportunities, like beautiful women or women that are just well put together. Now let me say, when I say beautiful, this is what I mean. I mean well put together, clean looking, you smell good, you just take care of yourself. That's what I mean by beautiful. So I'm not talking genetics. So beautiful women, in my opinion, I've seen this, I've experienced it, get more social opportunities. Now what does that mean? I don't have a lot of experience in a certain field, but I met someone that may have liked my energy, the way I looked, the way I smelled. They're more willing to give me a chance to prove myself. Now my mom always says this thing. She's like, your looks may get you in the door, but your skills and your brain will keep you in the room. Okay? Don't forget that. Don't forget that. So I've noticed that if you're like a put together person, you take care of yourself, your skin, you smell good, you work out, and you just have a good aura, like good things are gonna happen to you. Okay? Now I don't want anyone to think I'm talking about like if you look like Naomi Campbell, like that's genetics plus like her talent. But I'm just talking about for like everyone. Yeah, so that goes into economic benefits as well. For example, if you're dating men, they may be more willing to do stuff for you, like for example pay your bills. That's just what it is. Or offer you opportunities to where you can make your own money, which is better than option one. Okay, now this is gonna be a quick video, you guys. I'm actually traveling, I gotta go get my oil changed. But positive bias. Now I'm guilty of this too. Positive bias is like when people assume that you're good, that you're a good person because you look good, you smell good, because they like you, because your aura complements theirs, so they just assume that you're a good person. I'll give you an example. Remember the man that got arrested, the convict man, but he was so fine or attractive that when he got out, they called him prison bae. When he got out, he got like a modeling gig, and this has been proven over and over and over and over again with like people that are like extremely attractive or just look good enough. When they commit crimes, like society doesn't like want them to be punished, or even after they do their sentence, they're still rewarded based on what they look like. And I don't know if you guys remember Daniel Caesar. My sister and I, we laugh about this all the time, but he said something that was offensive to women. I believe it was towards Black women, and he was like, I don't care, cancel me if you want, cancel me if you want. And he did indeed get canceled. And in my mind, I'm just like, if you think about it, it's like, yikes. It's because his appearance is not socially acceptable for him to get away with something like that, even though it wasn't like he didn't harm anyone physically. Another classic example is trending topic Doja Cat. I don't know if you guys remember, she was in these chat rooms that were like with racist dudes or whatever. Look up the story yourself. And people try to cancel her, but she's still relevant because the girl looks good. That's what I mean by like biases. So I know that in this video I've talked mostly about like the benefits of it and like how people benefit from it. I want to say that it is also important to recognize that there's downsides to being the pretty girl, or in my case the pretty Black girl, which is so annoying when people say that. I hate that. I feel some type of pressure to like always look good. Now what that means is, one, okay, it's just a personal standard. Like, I'm not going outside in a bonnet. I'm just not doing it. So that's not like a pressure. But what I mean is to always keep up with the image that you've put out there for yourself, the image that people like, okay? Not people like. Now, I'm in the social space. Like, I create content for YouTube and Instagram, and I'm trying to get into TikTok, but you guys, it's hard. So I'm into that space. So I think it goes without saying that people have to like you for them to gravitate towards you. Like, I'm still finding my tribe. I love you guys, my TF stars. Love you so much. But there's some type of pressure to show up a certain way. This may ruffle some feathers, but you also experience some type of jealousy from your friends. Now, you're like the pretty one, or one of the two pretty ones in your friend group, or whatever, or the one that is the most achieved, or you have things that your friends are working towards to have, whatever dynamic that is, where you're like at a level that your friends are not, you're gonna experience some type of, unless you have a really good friend, like really good friends that are content, you're gonna experience some type of like jealousy, backhanded compliments. For example, this is when I knew to like stop sharing my good news, and even especially my bad news. I remember I had called my friend, one of my friends, recently, and I was like, oh hey, I'm experiencing such and such hard time, and I just really needed someone to like encourage me, someone close to me, you know, because I keep a lot of things to myself. So I everyone keeps saying open up more, open up more. So I reached out to this person and I was like, hey, you know, do you have a minute? This is what I'm going through. The minute I finished telling them, they literally laughed so hard. And it wasn't like, I know I'm not crazy. It wasn't like a laugh of, oh, that's so sad. It was, I don't even know. It was a laugh of like an evil, hateful laugh. And honestly, after they laughed, I was just like, actually, never mind. Like, my mom's calling me. Let me call you back. Like, you have to take the hint. Like, what are you laughing at? It was actually a really big deal in my life. Last but not least, you have to, whenever you're like keeping up appearances or trying to look perfect all the time, appear like this person you portrayed yourself to be, either online or even with like people you meet at work, to whatever, it's very important that you're stable or fulfilled within yourself. Otherwise you can get lost. I've seen a lot of people get lost in this internet world, in like their jobs, because they don't know who they are, because they don't have something else that grounds them. So I think ladies, it's very important to have an identity outside of how you look, outside of your ass, outside of your face, or whatever physical attribute that people like about you, or outside of your whole physicality. I'm currently working on that. It's so important because the minute, like, we're gonna get old, okay? We're gonna get old. Now, I'm black, so, like, I'm not too worried. But we're gonna get old, and we're not gonna look the same. Our boobs might sag, okay? Like, we're gonna get old. And if you don't have anything else backing your being, you're gonna have a hard time, okay? So that was my Tia Talks for today. I just felt inclined to talk about that as I was getting ready because I'm over here in Dallas. I'm in Dallas right now again, and it's just weird. Well, it's not weird, but whenever I'm put together, like I have my makeup done, I don't have to wear the most extravagant outfit, but whenever I just look put together, I am treated so much better, and it's actually insane. And you want to know something? I like it. I'd rather be treated better and put in a little bit of effort than not. So that's why I felt inclined to talk about this video. Let me know what you guys think about this topic. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, keep shining, because you are a Tia star.